Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji, and welcome to my channel. So make sure that you hit that little subscribe button right in the corner there, that little red button that says subscribed in order to get new videos that are coming out that I'm doing. So if you want to see the videos, you got to subscribe. And if you haven't, what's up with that? So, anyways, let's talk about this full moon in Virgo. Like, oh my goodness sakes. This full moon is all about grounding. Let's get grounded. Virgo is the energy of earth energy, right? And the moon is also known as the full worm moon. And the reason why is because this goes back into the South and American Native energy. And the reason why they call it the new worm energy, moon, as I call it, is because when you take a look at March, this is when the ground starts to thaw out and the worms start to emerge. And even the little robins, the little birds, the robins, I get excited when I see the robins. I mean, where I'm at in Alberta, Canada, oh my God, March is supposed to be hugely cold. It's supposed to be like, oh my God, minus 30s and that. So, good God, I'm really praying to God by the time my video goes up that the snow is gone, but I'm not holding my breath. So it all has different meanings according to different energies. And in the Hindu tradition, this full moon is called Purnima. And this energy is connected around the festival time of Holi. I love the Holi festival. That's when all the colors and the water fights go on, and you see all of these photos, and all of these people are in so many different beautiful colors and such like that. How amazing is that? And how fun and exciting. I hope to get to India and celebrate Holi, and I will. Divine timing, of course. So March energy, springtime, depending where you are. And with the Virgo energy, that all comes down to grounding. The best way to get grounded is to get barefoot and walk on the earth. Walk on the earth. Get your feet and your toes immersed and entwined with the dirt. You're getting grounded. That's your best way. And also vision yourself with your feet planted, especially for myself. If it's not, and I doubt very much it's going to be, it's probably going to be icy and snowy. So vision yourself planted with your feet barefoot on the ground. Close your eyes and see huge roots, like tree roots, like pulling your feet down and grounding you. And the larger you see it, you're going to feel it energetically. Energetically, you're going to feel it. And that works. So anytime, even if you're not feeling grounded, do that vision as well, because that will help you get grounded. And with this energy, with the full moon, it's all about physicality. So you're going to find that you might all of a sudden want to start working out more. Maybe join a yoga class, maybe join a wellness class, maybe do a workout routine a lot more. And with this energy with Virgo, with this full moon, it's going to affect your eyes, it's going to affect your ears, it's going to affect your stomach, your solar plex energy, it's going to affect your like intestines, your digestive system. So just really, really take it easy during this time. And if at all possible, if anyone is getting surgery around this time, just try to see if you can rebook it. Or if you want to get surgery, I don't recommend it getting it around the full moon time. I mean, if you have to have it done, you have to have it done. I understand, especially with the healthcare system being a complete mess. What can you do about it? So you're also going to find that there's going to be more secrets coming through, more truth is being exposed. So, of course, expect the unexpected during this energy time as well. So many changes are coming, and March is such a fast paced month as it is. You will have to watch my other videos that I'm doing on weekly cosmic vibes, because I explain to you what you're going to sense or feel or go through in all different ways, emotionally, spiritually, how you can utilize that energy as well. Okay, so full moons. This is about endings and new beginnings. This energy is all about karmic endings. So you might find that all of a sudden you lose your job, you quit your job, you get fired from your job, you get let go, relationships are endings, huge karmic endings. And you really have to trust the process, and you really have to embrace the change. The only thing that's constant in this planet is change, nothing else. When there's changes coming, sometimes that if you are in sync, you're going to see the numbers 555 come up. And you could be like, wow, anytime I look at my watch or the TV or wherever you're seeing a time, it says 555. 555 represents change. So whenever I see that, the first thing that I do, regardless of what I'm thinking or what I'm doing, I take that moment and I'm like, Spirit, thank you for bringing such amazing, beautiful change into my life that's very positive. I'm open to change that is best for my highest self and highest purpose. Thank you for all of these positive changes. Because you're going to feel that shift. Like you're going to feel that, I feel like something's happening. I feel like something's coming. Whenever you're going to feel that, you could be feeling really excited, like, wow, I'm feeling some changes, but oh my God, what's going on? Don't fear. You got to let that go. You got to try to let that fear go. We're in this energy of the universal 7 year where you want to be grounded. That's the key. And especially this moon, grounding, keep yourself grounded. You might find that some of you might even want to take classes on wellness, holistic health. You might find that your diet is going to change where you're like, I'm more drawn into like more plant medicine, plant foods. I might want to, use some essential oils, or maybe I want to go and take acupuncture. You're going to find that a lot of this energy right now, it's more natural and connected with the earth. So, I mean, I love acupuncture. I use essential oils on myself. I have essential oil products that I make myself. I haven't gotten them out in the market. I haven't had time, but I do a lot more things naturally myself. So you might find that, I'm not going to, maybe I'm going to like try that acupuncture. Maybe I'm going to go see a naturalist. Maybe I'm going to take classes. Maybe I'm drawn to be a herbalist. Maybe I want to, all of that. Really pay attention to the messages that your soul is showing you right now. Full moons are all about being emotional, like, oh my gosh, you're going to get more emotional, because sometimes you're going to get more emotional because you can sense endings. Your relationships might be falling apart. And you normally have those pre-signs that, things aren't working anymore. I'm not connecting with my partner anymore. I'm not connecting with my friend. I'm not connecting with my business partner, whoever it is. So really pay attention to that time, because endings open up new beginnings, new doorways start to open up. And when you embrace those positive changes, you are going to see that you're going to be more in alignment with that energy. And you could be, I want to make some, I got to declutter, like springtime. It's all about spring cleaning. I'm going to clean my windows. I'm going to, I don't wear those clothes anymore. Maybe I want to get a haircut, and, maybe your hair is longer and you're like, I'm going to go a lot shorter, or maybe you just need a trim. It's letting the old go, because your soul want you to gravitate into the new and let the past go. The past is for learning lessons, doing reflections. You're going to find that you're going to be doing a lot more reflecting as well, because we're still in that Chiron energy, which is the wounded healer. You're going to be seeing certain things from your past that you're going to get more teary-eyed. You're going to be like, why is this coming to the surface? Like, oh my goodness sakes, like, why am I having flashes of my past life? This is why I also do past life akashic record readings. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant, medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, pranic healing, life coach. The list goes on and on and on. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can book through my website, and I can talk to you more about it. So for those of you who love crystals, I mean, I love my crystals for you guys, that know me. And it's really important during the full moon time to take your crystals and even put it by a window where the moon is shining on it to vitalize those crystals. If you can put them outside, like if you're not worried somebody's going to steal them, right? I wouldn't dare put them on my balcony because, I'm lower down. So, but putting them in a window revitalizes them. And you can also put your crystals in like a glass of like warm water with a little bit of salt and cleanse them that way as well. Put them under the moon, or if you don't want to do that, you can still cleanse them and such. And even if you take a bath, like, put some like healing essential oils in there, like lavender or Epsom salts or whatever you're really, really drawn to, because that cleanses as well, like full moon night rituals. For those of you photographers, I mean, I do photography, and a lot of times I don't get the chance to do photography at night, especially. I mean, especially here in the winter, no thanks. Last time I went out in the winter to take photos of the stars and everything like that, I literally froze my butt off like, oh my God. Mind you, that was a really magical time because a moose just ran just right by me. And it was like this dinosaur energy, and my hair stood up on my arms, right? So Patricia, if you're watching this video, Pat, let me know, because I was with Pat during that time. I think that was a new moon. That was a new moon, because we were shooting the stars and such like that. But like seriously, the moon energy, it really works with you whenever you work with that energy. And don't be hard on yourself, because it can be a very, very emotional time. You're going to have sleepless nights. Sometimes I'm laying in bed and I'm like, okay, why can't I sleep? I'm exhausted. Why can't I sleep? And then I'm like, oh God, it's the full moon. Oh my goodness sakes. That's why you can't fight with it. Maybe listen to a meditation CD, like a guided meditation CD, or on YouTube or wherever you have it downloaded, and that can help you sleep and relax as well. And you might find that you're going to have more dreams, and really pay attention to the energy, because our angels and guides are closer to you, especially with all of this energy as the world is transforming. Your guides, your ascended masters, they want you to ascend. They want you to transcend in quantum leaps. So whenever you're feeling kind of like, oh, I don't know, my self-esteem, or I have self-doubts or fears about whatever it is, or I'm feeling lonely or alone, you very well could be going through a transformation or some difficult times during this time as well. Call upon them, because they're there to help guide you, and they're there for you. You're like, but well, I don't feel their energy. Some people do, some people don't. Either you're going to feel it or you don't feel it. And it's okay, because they are with you. Especially if you're laying down, you might kind of feel a presence beside you or whatever. Your animals that have passed on, by the way, I'm an animal communicator as well. You might feel your animals beside you, or if it's a cat purring, or, I mean, I had an Irish wolfhound named McTavish, and he was like over 7 feet tall whenever he got on his hind legs. And oh my goodness, whenever he laid beside me, he always slept beside me. It felt like a human. He never snored. Like, he was so quiet. and so protective of me. I had a nightmare one time, and he like all of a sudden he put his paws and his arms, which are huge and massive, right on my chest, right? Guarded me, and he started barking. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool, right? I just had a nightmare. I was just like, oh, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because the energy also affects your animals too. During cosmic times, your animals are so sensitive, they're going to get really, really affected. And you're also going to see certain signs of certain things are going to get washed up on shore. You know, this is a watery year. If you watched my video I did my 2023 predictions, you'll have to go back and watch that video. And I gave you more insights and predictions of year 2023 as well. So there's a lot of water energy coming to the surface and such. And I communicate with all the animals, animal kingdom, sea life, all over the time. I get messages nonstop. So really take a look at this energy right now and really work with it. You're going to be making some physical changes, more natural modalities. You know, you might, go out and buy some essential oils. You might take a course on essential oils. You all of a sudden might be, I want to be more spiritual. I'm more drawn into maybe perhaps selling essential oils and spiritual products and such like that. Whatever it is, really follow your intuition and set boundaries. Set boundaries. That is so vitally important, you guys. Setting boundaries and putting the focus onto you. Whenever you put your focus onto you and set boundaries, that's self-love. If you want to make changes, you are the only person that can make the change. You can have people guide you, you can have people give you their insights, anything like that, but you are the only person that grab a hold of your life and makes those changes with ease. Spirit, I'm open up to changes. I'm open up to new opportunities that are best for my higher self and highest purpose. I am open to receive the guidance and love and compassion and walk the rhythm of the role of my soul. Take the time to meditate. Hear those messages coming through. That's your soul talking to you. That's your soul guiding you. Your soul wants you to transcend in quantum leaps. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards from Spirit just to see what the spirit world has to say on this full moon as well. And anytime you use cards, make sure you clear them 3 times on wood to clear your energy or whoever last utilized your cards. That clears the energy completely. And you can also put your cards under the full moon as well. Like if you're like, I'm very sensitive, I can scan energies very easy. Even when I buy fruit, I pick up a fruit and I scan the energy and the frequency and the vibration of that fruit, then I'll buy it. So I'm just very sensitive. So I'm going to pull a card because I do hear messages a lot, especially this past year. And I mean, I know we're only in March, but this past year, and I'm meaning, a few months, a lot of messages have been coming through from the sea life energy, the sea life animals. So I'm going to ask the sea life animals, what is the message from you for this March 7th full moon in Virgo? Right away. So our sea life energy, and this is one of my favorite sea life animals, is the whale. The whale is also connected, by the way, with your past life. So for those of you who are seen and whale, see if you can tune in to see what messages you're hearing subconsciously or intuitively or whatever like that. Right? Because this card here represents disengage from outcomes. If you start to attach, the last thing you want to do is attach to anything. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Also, too, by the way, this energy of this full moon represents relationships with romance. There very well could be a lot of endings happening, a lot of transformation. Some of you might be getting married. Some of you might be getting engaged and or starting new relationships. And this very well can be very emotional because if you're ending a relationship, that's emotional. If you're getting engaged or married, that's going to be emotional as well. So really work with this full moon because there's a lot of romance in this March as well. I'll talk about that differently, but really pay attention to the message and the energy of the whale. Detach, go with the flow. Have you ever seen a whale, how they just flow around and they guide with the waves, they glide with the waves, they flow with the waves. They're up and they're down and they're flowing to the rhythm of their own soul and frequency and vibration. How beautiful is that? Very beautiful. And of course, to let go of any worries or fears, surround yourself with positive people. Like who are your mentors? Follow them. Listen to their advice. Because if you start hanging around, if you're around a lot of toxic, negative people who live in the world of fear and negativity, you are not going to move forward. You're going to stay stuck. So we all have our journey. And you cannot judge anyone, of course. So, that's what lessons are about. Karmic lessons, karmic situations. And this energy, like I'm saying, is endings in karmic relationships and such. So let's pull a card and see what the energy is here, especially with this grounding energy of Virgo. March 7th energy, full moon in Virgo. What's the message cosmically from the universe? What's the cosmic message from the universe? March 7th. What's the cosmic message from the universe? Too many cards fell out. Didn't feel it. What's the cosmic message from the universe? Cosmic message from the head. Wow. Okay, so now this is a very powerful animal, by the way. Very powerful animal. And some of you actually might start having more dreams of this animal, reptile. The snake. The snake. Snake is all about I was going to say it's transformation, shedding the old skin, embracing the new skin. March is spring or autumn, depending where you are, and healing. Healing. See how the colors of the snake there, we have some reds and some yellows and such like that. And see how, look at the ground. What a beautiful card, like the ground of all cards. Look at the ground. Healing, transformation, rebirth, shedding the old, embracing the new. That's a very, very powerful card. You might even have dreams about snakes. I mean, snakes represent a lot of different energies and messages as well. But it really depends what's all involved with it. And it's so kind of cool because if you take a look at it, look at that. I just gonna bring that closer. I mean, I'm not a fan of snakes, but I would never hurt a snake either, unless it's gonna attack me, right? But I'm not putting myself in a position to get attacked, of course, right? So what a beautiful color. What a beautiful color. How beautiful. And that deck I used, there's many different cards in there. That an animal, that's what I'm saying. The animals want to talk of all energies. That's a very powerful energy coming through. So I'm going to pull another card here and see what the cosmic universal message is for the full moon in March. What is the cosmic message? Full moon in March. What's the cosmic message for the full moon in March? How beautiful. Now, this card represents commitment. Commitment. You know how I said that this is also the energy of karmic relationships? There could be a lot of endings. There could be marriages. There could be engagements. So see how these two people are coming together in nature. I mean, it could have had these people in a church or in a building or anywhere else, but the cards choose to show nature. Like, look at the grounding. Go outside and get grounded. If you are getting married, how many of you are getting married outside, right? And entwined in nature and such like that. So romance is a big theme of March, as I had mentioned. And around this full moon, huge endings and also beginnings. So you could be ending a relationship and entering into another relationship, but don't all of a sudden end a relationship and go bouncing into another one, because you still need to heal and reflect back on those lessons karmically that you have learned from your relationship, and you have to have healed and moved on by that. So keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. It's so easy to close our heart when we get betrayed or hurt and such like that. But you have to take a look at, what did I learn from that? What was my soul truly trying to show me and teach me from that lesson? And always be grateful. It's so important to be grateful. Anytime I learn a lesson and such like that, I'm like, thank you, Spirit, for showing me that lesson. I'm truly grateful, because when you learn a lesson, and if you learn from it, you're not going to repeat it again. Right? So let's pull a crystal card, a deck from one of my crystal decks. Y'all know I love my crystals. So make sure you recharge your crystals under the moon energy. Very important, very important. I can scan over my crystals and see which one has energy and which ones are a little dull, and those are the ones I'll recharge. So, and if you don't feel that, don't worry, right? You can still put them under the moon. They're going to recharge one way or another. So, or you can give them a bath in salt water, as I call it. I'm giving my crystals a bath. Jenny, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just giving my crystals a bath. What? I'm just saying, you have to be yourself. You have to be authentic, right? And I'm being authentic. That's just who I am. I'm a little different, right? I'm not the average bear. Anyways, what's the message from our crystals for this March 7th full moon energy? Wow. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now look at this card here, guys. Spirit quartz. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the energy coming from it. So putting your crystals under that moon, see how right here there's energy, right? It's like literally coming off the crystals, like, woof, I'm getting recharged. You also have to recharge yourself too during the full moon. You might feel a little tired. So this is all about physical energy too. You're going to feel exhausted, or all of a sudden you could feel really like, oh my God, I have a lot of energy, right? So listen to your body. It's really important, because this energy with Virgo is all about earthing, 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 earthing. Maybe look up earthing. And, there's some people that are like, what, my house is feng shui. It's all like earthing and all of that. And some of you might gravitate more towards that, as I had mentioned earlier. So if you look at the energy of the crystals, how they're revitalizing themselves, and the quartz energy, you can utilize the magic in that energy as well. And how cool for all cards, it comes down spirit quartz. Thank you, spirit quartz. So one last card, you guys, to let's top it off. And something tells me I just wanted to clear this one again. I cleared it. I cleared it. But sometimes even when I clear a card, I can still feel a little energy lingering on it. So sometimes I'll click it on a couple more times as well. So what is the message from the cosmic environment, universal environment of the galaxies? What's the energy from spirit? The energy. And what's the message for this March 7th? Worm moon. Wow. Wow. Such a beautiful card. I love all my cards. I always say that. Wow, what a beautiful card. And I really mean it. Like, it's the simple things that make me smile. I don't need a lot to make me happy. Okay, so this card here says shift your energy. What a perfect time to shift your energy. You can transcend your energy in quantum leaps when you're ready. When you're in alignment within your soul, you're going to find that things are getting and coming together more in alignment. You're going to see that things are more in synchronicity within yourself. You're going to see how you're really shifting forward. And when you get in touch with nature, earthing, walk barefoot in the earth, go for nature walks, go in the woods, whatever it is, the mountains, wherever it is, to get yourself back grounded. And when you really take a look at her, she's scanning the ground. I mean, the earth. Actually, she's in the sky, she's floating above, and she's looking down. Look at that, into the valley. And look at all the little animals around her too. See all these little animals too? And the flowers. And it looks like she's planting seeds. That old saying is, what you plant in the autumn, you see the results coming through in the spring. What you plant in the spring, you see the energy coming through in the winter. All about planting seeds, creating your vision boards, and then you're going to see things starting to come forth for you. So, how many of you are going to be howling in the full moon? There's a lot of wolf moons as well, but howling in the full moon. I used to howl with my wolfhound McTavish during the full moon. That's another story altogether. So subscribe to my channel, you guys. There's a lot of new content coming out. Like my video, that really helps. Make some comments. Make some comments. Let me know how you're utilizing the energy of this full moon, what's going on, what has ended, what do you guys want to move through. Ask Archangel Michael to help you cut cords. Ask Archangel Michael to come down and be there for you and protect you. Archangel Raphael, cutting cords, all of that. So many angels and beings out there to really help you. So happy full moon, everyone. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share it, and let me know what's going on. Namaste.